After platinum the first two South Park games, I decided, why not try South Park Snow Day, as it's just been released. So we hop straight into the story, where there's a massive snow blizzard that's affecting South Park.
They are calling it the snowstorm of the century. All of South Park County is being pummeled with snow, and more is expected to come.
Cartman comes rushing in, all excited, because he thinks school is going to be cancelled.
Yes, sweetie, and it's getting worse.
Well, are they saying it's going to be a snow day? They're going to cancel school, right?
They haven't said yet.
This storm has gone from bad to worse. I'm here at Stark's Pond, which has been completely frozen over, and a tanker truck has...
So he goes to bed,
Please.
does some praying,
Keep snowing. Harder than it ever has. Please, God. Just this one time.
just so
Don't.
he can not go back to school and get school cancelled. And long behold, it snows even harder. He wakes up in the morning, rushes to his window, looks outside, and sees that there's a lot of snow. And this is where the game begins. He'll run outside and then shout to the new kid inside the house. And there we start creating our character. So after I created up my character,
Honey, have a good time with your friends.
I go outside to play with Cartman.
Ah, hello, my liege. It is I, the Grand Wizard. We have many battles to fight this day. Oh, right. By the way, since you last played, we had to redo all the rules and start over because somebody got all OP. So you're gonna have to go to the school and talk to the
So
facility.
now, this is I run into Token, where he gives us our first weapon of the game, and we get given targets to slice up some snowmen. So we take the first one down, and then we go take the second one down and take the rest. Then we get introduced to Jimmy, who gives us powers throughout the game, and he gives us our first power,
Here's your first one.
Fire Escape. So we are able to use this power, which will give us the ability to reach higher places with the power of farting.
Wait, try and fart over this ridge here.
We then make our way inside the school, where we see Butters on the roof talking about elves and how we have to fight these elves. So I run in straight away with the daggers and start attacking these kindergartners. We then get told to go catch an elf that is running away. So we have to fire escape off the school, and we run into an ambush. We get smacked in the back of the head. And gates close. And now
Why don't you come over here?
we are weak. So we speak to Jimmy,
This card will
who
give you
gives us our second power of the game, the healing totem. After we heal up, we get ambushed by a bunch of kindergartners. After doing a few rolls and some dodges and using the bow that we picked up, we finally make it to Cooper Keep,
So, as you can see,
where
we had
Cartman
make some
decides
changes to the
to
game because some asshole
blame us
who
for
one day
breaking both
decided
games,
to become all-powerful and ruin Stick of Truth,
saying we were
said
too
that everyone wanted to be
overpowered.
all-powerful and nobody could die anymore. So then we played superheroes, and guess what happened? That same someone got all OP again and fucking ruined that game too.
We then start chapter 1, where we meet up with Kyle,
Cow!
and this is where we get introduced to
They're my secret army.
the power
We're
cards,
attacking you before you
which
attack
are
us.
the new system within this game.
Saw your army gearing up for
They
battle.
have their arguments, as always, and we choose our upgrade
We're going to
cards.
show those fucking elves who rules this kingdom.
Now these are the new powers within this game, and this is the new system. You choose your power card, you get to use that within the game. So before every chapter, both teams meet up,
Here we go.
they pick their cards, and then you see what the enemy
And some
cards
upgrades to our
are
weapons.
and what their abilities will be.
We're ready for you. Elven immortality. Boom arrows. Earth's price.
Yeah, okay.
A
After battling through a lot of enemies, we have to just keep pushing forward and forward to different stages where we fight more and more enemies that can get harder over time.
You have the keys, but the way
We
you came in
then
collapsed.
find the
Must find
keys
another way out, up and
and the gas
it was a trap.
to this truck that we have to power up to break the ice wall.
Goddamn truck already.
So we send the truck into the ice wall. And this is where we meet up with Randy, who has been trapped under this ice for quite a while. And then we get ambushed by some more elves.
Holy shit, I can't believe you survived.
And then this is where we get our first trophy.
The healing you're doing, make sure you take care of yourself, too.
We then pick the locked door
All those elves must have come down through the crevasse.
for using the toilet paper to upgrade a card up to legendary
That's the one.
and
Great.
choosing it.
I'm rooting for you.
Now we run into Kyle, the Elf King,
Prepare to face my druid.
and this is our first boss fight.
All right, boss fight.
So after a lot of dodging and running around, we finally take Kyle out, defeating the Elf King, which then gives us our second trophy, Weed Killer. We end up going back to Cooper Keep, where we find out
Well.
the
You
rules
got
are
everything you wanted, didn't you? You just got
if
work
you
done.
lose
I beat you, Cal. And now
to
I know
anyone,
have
you
to
join
follow
their
my
team.
rules here at Cooper Keep.
So we now have the Elf King as a part of the round table here. And then we move on to chapter 2, where we have to
Scorched earth.
find and defeat Stan. So we choose our cards,
I can't believe this trash. Just fucking give up, Cartman.
and then we find out Stan has
What the fuck?
been
A
using
plus
dark
10
magic.
You can't do that.
which has given him a level 10 axe. So fighting through the waves of the chapter 2 enemies, the marsh walkers, we then make it to the town centre where we see how overpowered Stan is. He throws his axe, it misses Cartman, flies back, hits us, and goes back to him.
New kids are dead.
And this is where we find out Stan's very overpowered because
Cast the spell. You're helping
he
back to
killed
100%.
us. So Cartman had to revive us. And now we fight through enemy waves on the
Get
rooftop.
behind the shield, guys. Come on.
Fight through more marsh walkers, finishing them off as we can, defeating a load of enemies on the way. There we go.
New kids,
And now
you're no
we
match
walk
for
into
my
the second
powerful
boss fight,
powers. So I'm just gonna
which
put
is
Prince
Kenny,
in your ass.
the princess.
All right, new kid, take out Princess Kenny. Don't let her kiss you, or you're totally gonna be pussy whipped.
So, after Kenny flying around and using his charm on us, we finally get the better of Kenny and finish Kenny off. So that is boss fight number 2 complete with our third trophy.
Damn it.
So now for chapter 3 we have to go through and do the same quest Stan done to get his level. So we help Jimbo. He wants us to get some NFTs, so we go get some NFTs for him. And then he wants us to get some Taylor Swift CDs, so we pick some Taylor Swift CDs up.
A Taylor Swift album is worth at least a half a roll of toilet paper.
And then this is where I get another trophy. Death from above. Defeat 10 enemies with a melee weapon while in the air. So you jump up and melee, you'll fly straight at him. And now he wants us to get some velvet silk, lavender sheets. So we get them, and then we are on to the stage 2 of the trials, where we have to light 5 fires, or lanterns, kind of. So we set ourselves alight, and we make way all the way through, setting
One way to do it, I guess.
up a path so we can light up these fire braziers. After completing that, we head down onto the next stage where we have to work our way through, and we get our 4th trophy, the full worthy. Become a fully worthy marsh walker. After fighting our way through, we end up in the boss fight with Stan, where he throws his axe at us, and he realises it does no damage because we have done the same trials he has. So now we have to get these cannonballs, pop them in these cannons, which are a little bit hard to control, and shoot at these purple bubbles. Once you shoot at 3, Stan comes out flying, pours on some dark matter onto his weapon, and then the boss fight starts. Now, almost finishing Stan off, we finally get there and we finish him off. For the next trophy to be earned, Dragon Killer, which is for defeating Stan. And now we realise Mr. Hanky is in control of this storm, but Cartman doesn't want to go back to school. He wants to stay off as long as he can with this snow day, so he feeds everyone hot cocoa mixed with dark matter, which makes them in control. So Cartman is never going back to school, apparently, with the help of Mr. Hanky.
Sweet.
After Cartman leads us to pick our cards before our fight with Mr. Hanky, he then ultimately betrays us in the Cartman style fashion, and he says he's not going back to school and runs away. So we have to run through the backyards and fighting a lot of enemies to find him. And then we run into Nicole. Nicole has these challenges which makes the game harder. So you sign them up and then you work through with these. But I died, but I got another trophy, which is finish a map with one of Nicole's quests on. We finally catch back up to Cartman, where he runs and gets his mum involved, and you turn around and you notice she's not the same. She's covered in dark matter. Get an achievement for finishing Lorraine off and for finishing Cartman off. Another trophy for dancing on a teammate, and we get another trophy for moon crashing for using one of the abilities to kill, and then another trophy for killing an ent with a bleeding daggers. Then we get another trophy for killing Cartman without damaging any statues, and then we run into Mr. Hanky. Now we fight a lot of adults before we go into the hospital, so a lot of dark matter enemies which are difficult. We battle through them, and then we get another trophy for farting on an assassin 3 times, and then we end up finding Mr. Hanky. Now Cartman says it's a trap, he'll need our body because we're full of dark matter, but the boys don't listen, and the boys just tell us to go and kill Mr. Hanky. So I walk up, take a swing at Mr. Hanky, and long behold, Cartman was right. So we get to the boss fight, and you kill 50 little pooplets that spawn, you get a trophy, and then you get your last trophy for killing Mr. Hanky. The boys say sorry to Mr. Hanky. He comes out the toilet all happy now with them. And now we do the miscellaneous. So you find the fart button on your controller, you pop for another trophy, then shoot a cannon at 3 enemies and defeat them. So for another trophy, you get another trophy for finding all of Nicole's internal packs and living to tell the tale. You get this Impotent Vengeance and Marsh Trooper trophy. And then you get Field of Flames for burning 4 enemies simultaneously. Next trophy, No Tears, Only Dreams, which is defeat a boss while invisible. Middle Management, revive an ally with a cheese necro. The estro of Nomancy, I have butchered that. But you revive a dead necro. Then I go into the wave to get the Green Seas trophy and the I'll Just Do It Myself trophy. We got another trophy here, which is Discerning, and then another trophy, Ultra Legendary. And then the last trophy I needed was kill 10 vampires. So I got that, and as I run away, the Platinum trophy drops. And there it is. And there we have it, guys. South Park Snow Day Platinumed. Hope you guys enjoy. Hit the subscribe. Peace.